Okay, got you moved in here. Um, let's just put this G chord down and just kind of get into a groove here. And, you can take a look at this hand. I know most of my arm's not in the frame, but you don't really want to, you know, try to kind of do your own thing. Just kind of listen more and find something that, you can really just kind of keep it going with it. And one of the things that you can do that I think really helps is really focus on the beat one and two in the measure. And here's what I mean. One, two, four, one, two, four. Okay? And the jingle jangles, as my wife calls them, on the three and the four, are kind of, not arbitrary. You want to stay in a groove with it. But if you're hitting that one and that two, that bass note, okay, you're going to be able to keep going through a piece, or through your routine like that. So that's just a little tip. Now I'm just going to play this G and just kind of, play along and, relax. Okay, so that's kind of your warm up there. You can make your G like that, more like this. Okay, now I want to put a little of those pickup notes in there. Um, you can start off with one. It's just kind of a cool way to kind of get a feel. It almost gives you a little bounce and a little way to land. It just makes it feel like a song right away rather than just, kind of starting from square one on that downbeat. Like, okay. Now, one thing that's really nice about what we're doing right now is that when you're doing this by yourself, you can take all the time you want. So if I, and I encourage you to do that. This isn't one of those things where, where it's with the backing track and it's like you gotta hold on, and if you fall off, you gotta wipe out and start over. And no, right? You can just keep it going. And, of course, the goal is to get it up to where it's a continuous groove and, you can kind of keep it in time and so forth. But, you know, go easy on yourself with this. Take all the time you need. That's what these little pickups kind of really help you with too, is because you're getting a melodic statement that keeps it really musical and moving and interesting, but the timing of it isn't, you know, uh, 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 it'll still be musical no matter what you do. If you linger here and there, it takes you a little bit longer to get to one of the chords or something, right? So now the notes I'm doing there are use your ear along with your eyes here. Okay, there's no diagram, as you can notice under here, that shows you, where to put your finger right now. Listen to this note. Oh, well, I guess you can throw that in there if you want. Yes, I probably wouldn't throw that in there, but I wouldn't do it meaning to anyway. So, get those three notes. And the third one is that root of your G. walking up. Each one has two notes walking up to the next root. Okay, spell that one out with your ear. See, I wasn't quite ready to hit that downbeat on that D right there, so I just kind of, skipped a strum and got caught up with it, right? Now that one was, and each one of these two-note walk-ups are little phrases are right out of that G major scale. Now, that one, it goes through the G, C, G, D, and then when it goes back to that G, I went instead of, again, right out of it, just bass notes out of that G major scale. Now, I don't want you to get, caught up in this and lost now trying to memorize the whole thing at once. It's in the demo. And, you can go back and do a little. This is one of the videos where it's going to make sense to kind of back it up. Figure some stuff out, then back it up, watch it again, the parts, and build it yourself one piece at a time. It won't take you that long. We just went through like half of it just then. But the point is, if I sit here and say, "God, put your finger on this fret, this one, blah, 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 blah," I see this all the time. 10, 15 minutes of that, everybody's tanked, right? You're just like, okay, forget it. All right. So here's a way I would suggest to go about this. Go back to that intro. Maybe I'll do it here just on the outro for you too of the video before I get you to your own practice. I'll do it so you can see it a little bit closer than in that intro. Maybe that would help. But does that make sense? Work it out in sections. Chunk it out yourself, and you're going to have fun with this. And it's really going to evolve for you. At first, it might be real rocky for a lot of you or whatever. But like I said, there's no metronome going. There's nobody else sitting there trying to play along with you. There's no backing track. Just relax and work it out. So yeah, I'll play through it in this close-up view one time, and that'll make it easier for you to kind of get in there and dissect the video. Okay, let me know how this goes. Take it easy.